Bam, we're live. Good morning. Heavy Sevy, good morning. Mr. Dulap, good morning. Will, no rep you. I'm pretty excited. I'm trying to remember. Did yesterday did I see Vindicate's gonna send me white t-shirts? Couldn't remember if that was a dream or not, if I really saw that. VNDK8, vindicate.com. I think I am getting white t-shirts from him. Hey, I was over at Coffee Pods and Wads looking at their schedule. And I saw something interesting. Will no rep use Caleb Beaver should leave the military and become the official co-host. Wait, he is the official co-host. I don't know about leaving the military. He's got to make money somehow. Good morning. Yesterday I crashed on my scooter and ended up in the ER. Lucky to be in one piece today. True story. Oh, damn. I'm sorry. What kind of scooter you got? I used to be a scooter aficionado. What do I have now? I have a old customized Grom, and I have a Vespa, and I have this Honda Mini Goldwing. Oh, really? You have a Go Trax? Wow. Go Trax. I miss the scooter days. Scooters are fun. Oh, that kind of scooter. That kind of scooter. Okay. Okay. I thought you meant more like remember those Honda Elites and shit? Wow, you crashed it that hard that you damaged it? I mean, what do you expect to happen on one of those? Shit, those aren't cheap. Those aren't cheap. Are those good? Why do you have one of those? Aren't you too old for that? I don't trust anything with wheels that small. I barely trust a Vespa. I haven't ridden my scooter in years. I have I used to ride like I don't remember who makes it. I had like an adult kick scooter, and it's in my front yard just waiting to go to the trash or someone take it. No helmet, so fortunately my head's okay. It was $500. I bought it 5 years ago. Uh oh my goodness. You were going 20 miles an hour and you crashed? Did you get a speed wobble? Did you hit a bump? That's a long time to go without a big crash, 5 years. No helmet, huh? I figured you would have, done some Chat GPT and realized that, riding a scooter with no helmet, especially something with wheels that small, is a bad idea. My fucking thing is all fucked up. I'm so irritated at I'm so irritated by this. I don't think it's supposed to look like that. Isn't my picture supposed to go edge to edge? My layout is just jacked. I think too many people have access to StreamYard. People change the format, which is a good thing. I know Sousa's had to do it many times on the fly, but then the old formats are all fucked up. God, I hate that. I sold my husband's scooter while he was out of town. Yes, hit a bump. The sidewalk was buckled. Oy. Oh my goodness. ER doc lectured me. Oh boy. Let me see if I can find Ohio USA made adult scooter. I think my was made in Ohio. Aluminum scooter. Is it called Ohio US made adult kick scooter? What's the one I have? Is it called an X? What's it called? Um I don't even see it. Mine's like 10 years old. I used to ride it everywhere before they were popular. It's all aluminum. Does anyone know what kind of scooter I have? Aluminum scooter? Damn, I don't even see it. Um, I don't even see it. I used to be really into scooters, just like adult scooters. I'm so lucky I never crashed. Had a little front brake, not a Razor. It was made by a company in, Ohio. And one time I was riding it and the pin came out or the pin broke. I had one bad accident. Oh, Zooter. Mine was maybe a Zooter? Yes, this is what I have. This is and I have 2 of them, and they're just sitting in the front yard. I just wanna throw them away. I can't bring myself to throw them away. Adults ride scooters, yeah, I guess. No, I never bought the dog. That dog is still for sale, that German Shorthair. If anyone wants to buy it, it's still for sale. I actually talked to, I had all these. I had the MG, I had this cruiser, the aluminum one, I had the Dash. I didn't get this skinny one. Yeah, these are cool. If you're an adult and you want a scooter, these scooters are awesome. I used to ride this thing everywhere. Can't believe this guy's still in business. No, I didn't buy the dog. You know what happened? I I I either want a small dog. I want 2 dogs. I need a big guard dog. I want a big guard dog. I want a Borbal. I really want a Borbal. I want a big, huge guard dog. Someone, locally fell off their scooter and got ran over by a bus. Tire went over their head. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. I don't know which format to pick. Where's Will Brandstetter when you need him? I need someone to help me format so I can do it on the fly. Speaking of Ohio, are you gonna have Katie on or no since Pedro has her? No, I'm gonna have her on. I'm not gonna do I don't think I'm not going to do a interview with her like Pedro did. Pedro did a great job yesterday. I'm going to have her on, after the events every day at the end of every day, hopefully. When I was in Newport Beach, my nephew came down and we were hanging out. And I said, "Hey, are there a lot of electric bike accidents?" And he said, "Oh, yeah. He hears about one of his friends in Santa Cruz crashing on an electric bike every week." And then while we were there, I think some girl got killed on an electric bike. I heard Will Brandstetter's deep in prayer. Well, when he comes out of prayer, he needs to come on the back end and fix this shit. I haven't talked to Will. I don't know the last time I've talked to Will. I don't think I've talked to Will in over a year. During Rogue, Will, the plan is what Rogue Invitational Week look like for the podcast? The schedule's crazy. I'll get back to Coffee Pods and Wads in a second. Let me see. Where do I go? Rogue YouTube page. Sorry, I have the sniffles this morning. Rogue YouTube page, Rogue Fitness. So the streams are at some crazy times because it's in some foreign country, one of those Muslim countries. What's it called? Iran? No, Scotland. Scotland? Is that what it's called? Anyway, Friday live stream. What time does it start? It starts at 2 a.m. That is insane. Oh shit! Is that the John Young hater wife cheater dude? I think it is. And then Saturday it starts at 4:30 a.m. You guys think Laura's gonna do the CrossFit Games this year? Or Jeffrey Adler? I wonder if they're gonna. And then Sunday it starts at 2:30 a.m. These are insane times. So that's Pacific Standard Time. So hopefully I will wake up and then watch them, and then as soon as they go down, we will go up. By the way, this video is awesome right here. This history rebuild.
It's oldie worldly, it's raw, and that's how I believe strongman should
It needs subtitles though. You can't understand what this Muslim guy is saying.
be. Man against the elements, man against these things around him which everyday people associate as being Christ.
Everyday people associated with my father.
I'm Gregor Edmonds,
I'm
son
Gregor
of Dr.
Edmonds.
Douglas Edmonds, the godfather of strongman.
I need to open my mouth when I talk.
We're sitting in my father's garage at the
I need
moment.
to open my mouth
This
when
is
I
where it all
talk.
started.
I need to open my mouth when I talk. Anyway, this is a great video. They killed it. Rogue kills. Their media fucking kills. So that's my plan. I don't know if I'll do it. Oh, look, I see Matt. Matt's at affiliate. By the way, Matt's at Affiliate Con. I think he speaks today. We have Kill Taylor today. I don't know what time. Tentatively 10 a.m. But Souza and Taylor are like scouring the place to do it. I hope they end up like doing it in the hallway or something, just with iPhones. That would be fucking awesome. You see Souza tweaking with it, messing with it. You might see me like move around on the screen and shit. You can skip all the strongman stuff. I don't know. This is a pretty inclusive channel. We might do the trans event. The only trans professional event in sports. The strong women. And I think it deserves coverage. We're very contrarian here. Oh, Wodify got a new logo. That's cool. Look at that. Down there by Biomax Peptides. Look at that. Wodify. New QR code. I got to get someone from Wodify back on here. I was thinking, I don't remember who it was. Oh, when I had John Hurd on here, and he told me that, I don't remember the athlete's name. It was a Canadian lady, came up to him and said, and I don't mean this to be taking a shot at her, but she came up to him and said, "Hey, do you want to sponsor me as an athlete?" And I was thinking how ass backwards that is to ask someone to sponsor you. You know, begging is a profession. Those aren't my words. Those are Gandhi's words. He said, begging is a profession and it's the worst profession. Begging Gandhi. Spelled Gandhi. Begging Gandhi. What did Gandhi say before dying? Where is it? What did Gandhi say about begging? Mahatma Gandhi was against begging for food and handouts, believing that it fostered a beggar mentality and dependence. Instead, he advocated for work, suggesting that those who need assistance should be offered opportunities to earn their sustenance. Offered opportunities. That's the same as begging. If you want someone to sponsor you, you don't ask for a sponsorship. Imagine asking someone for something. Why wouldn't you just go up to them and tell them you have something for them? Hey, John, you're the CEO of that company that makes the athlete belts? Yeah. I have 3 of them. I have your flower one, I have your Kill Taylor one, and then I have your original one. I really love them. They're amazing. I've used them in my last 5 competitions. Is there anything I can do to help you, support you? That's what you do. That's what capitalism is. You offer people something. You come to market with something. You don't ask for a sponsorship. And if you do ask for a sponsorship, and this is the problem, this is where it gets really weird with agents. If you are asking for sponsorships, that makes you a beggar. And then your relationship is built on the transaction. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's just you have a transactional relationship. Completely transactional as the bedrock, the foundation of that relationship. Why would you want any relationship like that? And then at some point, you'll be 5 years into this relationship and you'll forget that the bedrock of your relationship is transactional. And you'll say stupid shit like, my sponsors left me when I was pregnant. My sponsors left me when I was injured. Yeah, of course they did. You ask them for money, it's completely fucking transactional. You have no relationship with them except for the fact of being a whore, making money for them. This isn't my opinion, this is fact. This is just the way it is. This is the way you set it up by being a beggar. Good morning, Sweet Vest, thank you. Soon I'm gonna have a shitload of all white Vindicate t-shirts. I'm gonna try to bring the vest back for the winter. I notice I'm not sweating in here anymore either. Winter is here. Paper Street Coffee, you have no idea how many people ask for free shit that either don't follow us on Insta or have never purchased our product. Oh yeah, that's another great one. You call Gabe and you're like, "Hey, I'm an athlete. Can I get some free coffee?" And then he goes to your account and you don't even follow him. I never have asked a guest on the show that I don't follow. That's like the first thing I do. I follow them. Much better layout. Now the Sevon got cut off on the top, but whatever. It's the, I thought that I don't know. I spoke to, well, here, I'll give you an example. So a few years ago when we were covering Rogue, Will Brandstetter made a backdrop. You know this backdrop we have here? Let me see if I can show you. See how it says CEO, Sevon Podcast, all that stuff? A few years ago, we made a, God, now I think I fucked it up for Sousa again. Oh, there it is. A few years ago when we were covering Rogue, it was a cowboy theme or something, and Will Brandstetter made a backdrop, and at the top it said Rogue Invitational, and it was on a graphic of a wooden board, and it had some like ropes or something hanging down that held this wooden board. And when I spoke to Bill or Katie, I can't remember who, they said, "Hey," they thought, "Hey, that's really cool that you had your backdrop as a Rogue Invitational theme." And I was like, "Oh, wow. That's cool that they noticed that. That's really cool that they noticed that." And so this year I called Brad, Asraf, and I'm like, Brad's the one who makes the behind the scenes, and he has the deep dive show on the channel. And I said, "Hey, Brad, do you think you could go over to the Rogue Invitational account on Instagram and watch some videos and find out whatever the theme is this year and make a backdrop that matches Rogue?" And it's because I want something from them, so I should give something. What do I want from them? I want Katie to come on at night so we can pepper her with questions and like learn about, like when shit goes sideways, like if it rains or a piece of equipment breaks or shit like that, to get follow up with her. Should always be offering people stuff. That's been a theme now for the last 6 months. There's this one theme I've been saying, like, you'll never get paid more at your job unless you're giving more than they're paying you. You have to give more. It's the same way with being rich. You don't get rich unless you save money. It makes perfect sense, right? And you don't get more unless you're giving more than you're taking. Is Asaraf a big guy? He's yoked. He's buff as shit. Like he looks like a I don't know my football positions too well, but like he looks like he could play like linebacker on a city college football team. He's thick. Like if you were standing there and he ran full speed into you, he'd kill you. He's definitely, I mean, he's a CrossFitter. He went and worked out with Taylor. I think he holds his own and shit. He's very chill and calm and very, 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 very pleasant to be around. Like very pleasant to be around. Some people just, I mean, not everyone on the team isn't cool to be around, but Brad's like very pleasant to be around. And he's like Jenny in the sense that like he'll do anything. Like 1 minute he's editing, but if he sees you like on a ladder, he'll come over and hold the ladder. He's just cool as shit. I can't tell you how cool he is. Whoever taught him to be like that's amazing. Yesterday after the show, my kids had picked a shitload of, what are they called? What are those fruits I'm always talking about? Passion fruits. They'd picked a shitload of passion fruits from my yard. Not picked, collected off the ground. and they put them into a paper bag, and we went down to the local market here. There's a market here, about a mile from my house, indoor outdoor market, and they sell it's like really tiny Whole Foods, obviously owned, family owned. It's the kind of place where all the fruits and vegetables are like stacked in boxes. And my neighbor told me, "Hey, those people buy fruit locally." And so I told my kids that. So they picked a whole bag of fruit, and we went down there, and my boys are like, "What are we going to do?" I'm like, "You're just going to go in there and ask the guy if he wants to buy the fruit." Because passion fruit, my buddy sent me a picture, and passion fruit was selling for $6.49 for one passion fruit at Whole Foods in Berkeley. And Berkeley's like 70 miles up the road from me. So I figured, shit, these people might want to sell passion fruit. And passion fruit's crazy. It it's an invasive species and it grows like crazy, and the vine gives so much fruit, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces of fruit. So I tell my boys, I'm like, "Hey, get dressed, put on your Argyle sweaters." They're like, "Do we have to wear shoes?" I'm like, "No, don't be crazy, but just look nice. Make sure you don't have any sleep in your eyes and shit." So after the show, we go down there, and we're driving down there, and they're like, "What are we gonna say?" I'm like, "Say whatever you want, just but let them know that you wanna sell the passion fruit." And, they're like, "We're scared, we're scared." And I'm like, "Hey, dude, I take you to Stockton, California to fight kids. There's nothing to be scared of. Nothing that's gonna happen to you in life is gonna be more scary than that for a long time." So we get down there, they jump out of the car. Ari, my youngest, the one that does the Trump impersonations, he walks right up to the guy. There's a guy outside. It's early in the morning. It's right after the show. It's like 9 a.m., 8 a.m. And he jumps out of the car, and they all jump out and they follow Ari. And there's a guy there stacking the fruit, and he looks over and smiles at him. And I'm pretty sure he's the owner of the market. And he goes, "Hi, I'm Ari." Makes eye contact with the guy, shakes his hand. He goes, "Hi, I'm Warren." And he goes, "We brought you these." And it's a whole handful of banana passion fruit. They're these long, skinny ones. And he goes, "We brought these for you as a gift." And he's like, "Oh my God, thank you. I used to live in Hawaii. I love these." And then he goes, and then other son, Avi goes, my oldest son goes, "Hey, and we want to sell you these passion fruit." And he looks in the bag and he's like, "Oh my God, yeah, for sure I'll buy those." And he goes, "I'll give you $3 a pound." And they're like, "Okay." So he goes in the back, and my boys follow him into the back. And I'm talking to the checker, and they come out, and he's like, "Okay, it's 8 pounds at $3 a pound. I'll give you $25 for this bag." And so we do the exchange, and then the checker's like, "I cannot believe how good your boys are. I've never seen kids who make such great eye contact." I was like, "Oh, thank you, thank you." So we get in the car, and they each have $8 now. And we go down to the beach and we walk a mile. There's this walk they like to do. They were actually on their one wheels. And I walked and they one wheeled, and we went to this coffee shop in town, super trendy coffee shop called Verve, where all the wokies go. And we go in there and they order avocado toast and buy a cookie and get a glass of whole milk, and they're doing it all. They're ordering and all that. And then as they leave the counter and they pay and they leave the counter, the guy over the counter goes, "Hey man, I've been in retail a long time at a lot of different places. I've never met kids like this. This gives me so much hope. I swear I've never, ever, ever interacted with kids like this in all my years in retail." And it was nothing. My kids said hello. The guy said hello back. They put in their order. They said please, and then when they got their change, they said thank you, and they walked away. That was it. That's how low the bar is. That that's uh the bar is so low to be a standout in society. It's crazy. And if you just sit somewhere at a retail place like that, you'll see adults who don't even make eye contact, who aren't even conscious while they're ordering, who aren't even making like a personal human connection. Like you're interacting with a human, and you can just sit there and watch. And the people who are ordering, it's like they might as well be talking to a computer. And then they put the guy in an armbar. I mean, they could have. The guy who worked at the counter was like 6'3", 105 pounds soaking wet. A d not a good example of a 22-year-old male in his testosteronal prime, peak testosterone. Vindicate, your kids immediately came up to me in Newport, introduced themselves, and shook my hand. That's not norm. I mean, it's so basic. Heavy Sevy, I get complimented about my kids all the time, and they're just being what I would consider normal. Yeah. The bar is so the the bar is, uh the bar is so low right now, and I mean, and it's kinda cool. It's kinda cool, all you have to do and you know what's cool? I was telling my wife, like, 2 of my sons are for sure extroverts, and Joseph is more quiet and introverted, and Joseph is not, when they were selling the, passion fruit to the guy at the store, 2 of my sons are like, "Yeah, we don't use any, chemical fertilizers, we don't spray our fruit, we wait till it hits the ground, it's all picked off the ground, it never sits on the ground for more than, 24 hours." They're just offering up shit to him about the fruit, and they're like, "We have more, would you like us to come back? Like, when would you like us to come back in a week?" They're just chatting him up, and my other son, Joseph, is very polite, but he's true to himself too, he's just standing there watching, and I respect that. I respect the quiet, polite people too. Like you don't have to be a schmoozer if that's not who you are, you know? I was talking about Brad Asraf the other day. He's very dignified, polite, kind, but he's not a schmoozer either. Like me, if I'm fired up, I'll schmooze away. I can love chopping it up if I'm high on some Paper Street coffee. The flannel vests are back. Yeah. You know what really screwed me up? Yesterday, I wore the vest, and Caleb said something that really, like, hit me hard, like, I look nicer or more proper or something like that, so I'm like, "Alright. This is easier than changing my whole background and redoing my studio," which I need to do. I try to do vests all winter again. So, anyway, there's that, and it's easy to teach your kids to do that. 1, you have to be like that, but then 2, I've told my kids a million times, like, "Hey, if you don't say hello and thank you and please when we leave the store, I'm taking it away from you, whatever we got. Like, you don't get it." And I'm serious as a heart attack. I told this story years ago. I had a buddy come over to my house. He was staying for a couple days, and he brought his son with him. And when his son and I hadn't seen my buddy in a year, and I knew he was coming with his son, so I bought his son some toys, like some cool toys. And, when I gave the toys to his son didn't say thank you, and the dad fought with his son for, like, 5 minutes. "Hey, you need to say thank you, you need to say thank you." And the kid was too shy to say thank you. Or I'm assuming it was shy. And my friend's like, "Oh, he'll say thank you to you later. Thank you to you later." I would never have tolerated that. I would have been like, "Hey, you gotta give that shit back until you're ready to say thank you." I don't remember if the kid ever said thank you, but you just gotta lay down the rules. It's not for you. It's not for your own embarrassment. It's you have to teach your kid those lessons so that life's easy for them. You're trying to make, like, at least to get the door open. At least to get the door open. You're at a job interview to work at the front counter somewhere, and you can't make eye contact and be polite and say hello and do the bare minimum. Um, oh, why would they hire you? And the whole fun about retail jobs, I've had a couple retail jobs where I'm the cashier somewhere. It's awesome. The whole thing is just like being present and giving yourself to someone and just 100% focus. It's fun. It's fun impacting people's lives, 30 seconds at a time. It's cool. It's so fulfilling. Heavy Sevy, 100% agree, yeah. And then you can take your kids everywhere. I mean, like, everywhere. Okay, where was I? Coffee Pods and Wads. I was looking at their schedule, and I don't think Luka Jukic, has done an interview since his brother, drowned at the CrossFit Games. And here is an interview scheduled on November 6th at 11 a.m. And, I've invited Luca on a couple times. I think he's pissed at me for some reason. I don't even know why. What happens if you click this? Oh, yeah, notify me. So head on over to Coffee Pods and Wads, subscribe, and then click the bell and hit all. Pedro will ask a lot of good questions. He will not be afraid to ask the hard questions. Jeremy World rear naked takes. My dad made me and my two brothers put our hands in our back pockets when we went to stores. When I was in high school, I worked at this store called Drug Barn, and probably I think I worked there for 2 or 3 years, and I would say at least a half dozen times someone offered me a job after interacting with me at the counter. "Oh, you should come work for me." He's got it looks like he's doing a preview with Adrian Munweiler for Rogue. I'll do a preview that'll be better than that. I need to watch that. He's doing a truck pull charity with Parker Fonticello, Chio, and Andrew Hiller. This is weird. No idea what the fuck that is. What is the day? That's in 2 days. That's really weird. That'll be I won't he'll be that'll be better than my truck pull show. Why would he be pissed at you single-handedly raise more money for his brother than anyone or any organization? I think he's pissed because he was surrounded by all these sycophants who only wanted to. Oh, there it is. Look it. I'm edge to edge now. The layout's working. Of course Sousa fixed it. Look at that. I'm edge to edge. I wanted to look at both sides. I wanted to possibly look at what happened with Lazar and what happened with the event. And I think that really pissed him off. He wanted to be surrounded by people who just wanted to blame CrossFit. And I'm not saying that that's good or bad. I gave him all the wiggle room he needs. It's his brother. Fuck. But for some reason, it was offensive to ask, like, maybe if his brother had any heart conditions or shit like that. And then of course there was a whole thread where people were pissed at Greg and I because Greg didn't know what country he was from or what his name was, as if Greg would follow the games. That was absurd too. Yeah, there's a whole cohort of people who thought it was mean to ask that maybe Lazar had a heart condition. And when you're around people who are just complete narcissists who know how to manipulate people at a super high level, especially people who are grieving, it would be really easy to be mad at me. I think his photographer or videographer even threatened to beat me up, that Armenian kid. It's pretty ridiculous. It was very Jody Lynn, yeah, it's all very emotionally based, no win situation. Yeah. Historic fitness, definitely the vax. I think it was more about how flippant Greg was. Yeah, I think that was just that was afterwards. That was, I think that was just another round of hate that was sent, my way. I think even before then. And that's where the confusion came from people like, um that's where the confusion came from people like Vellner when he did the podcast with Pedro. He's confused about why, and I think a lot of people are confused by it. I don't know why. They're either in denial or they're morons. They thought that we were upset that anyone would be upset that you didn't do the open. No one's upset that you didn't do the open. That you weren't doing the open for the reason that I didn't do the open for 10 years because you were a pussy or too lazy. You were doing it because of some sort of a protest that you refused to articulate because you were speaking in gobbledygook. And of course you couldn't articulate it because it was just based on emotion. And you couldn't even be honest about that, those people. There's this I was looking at this yesterday or a week ago. This popped on my radar. I guess I guess someone from Wad Prep was, my understanding was is that someone from Wad Prep was going after JR, suggesting that JR forced Caroline Klutz to do the Masters or some shit like that. Basically misrepresenting what was going on there without talking to JR. And so I started Googling around about Wad Prep and I found this, my take on Greg Glassman's comments. And if you want to read some real gobbledygook that doesn't say anything, this is from Wad Prep. I guess they have a big YouTube station. But it's an attack on Greg and it says nothing. This is a museum quality. This is years old. This is like, I don't know, 5 years old. But this is a museum quality specimen of the gobbledygook that was the black squares. Our community can help knock down the walls of racism. Our community can rise together and take a stand for what is right. Our community is not just about helping the middle class get slightly better at exercising more quickly. It can be used to transform other people's perceptions. Gobbledygook. Still hasn't said anything. I've seen it firsthand, and I'm vowing to make sure WODPrep does its part to see that it happens more frequently. And then it says stuff like, I think Greg Glassman's comments were tone deaf, idiotic, and racist. Well, what were his comments? Imagine me living off of Greg's ecosystem and not being able to say what he did. You can't say what he did because you don't know what he did. You just made up some bullshit in your head. What if I just sat here for an hour and told you how much how bad a person a Will No Rep you is, but I never said why? He's bad, he's bad, he's bad. And I never gave you one example that, like, hey, he doesn't put his shopping carts away. And so you have this pretentious fuck, I think his name is Ben, who's out here telling you Greg bad, Greg bad, Greg bad, but doesn't once tell you why. And then goes after his pocketbook. Not one single dollar goes to CrossFit HQ from WODPrep. We are not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form. First of all, the fuck you're not. You're fucking a leech in the system. You're here leveraging the system. I support all the boxes and athletes who are disaffiliating from CrossFit HQ. Why? You still haven't said why. And it goes on and says nothing. It's crazy. It's fucking batshit libtard crazy bullshit. Hey, I'm really upset that Greg. What if he would have said, "Hey, I'm really upset that Greg's against the mass vaccination and of all humans on planet Earth and people losing their jobs if they don't get vaccinated. I totally support that because that's what he's doing. That's what Floyd 19 was. It was like, hey, fuck you to I forget the name of the university. It was in I think it was in Washington. And then the Floyd part was the Floyd part was is I'm against that same university who was telling people, "Hey, make sure you go out and take the vaccines. If you don't, you're gonna fucking die and kill your grandmother." They were the ones also suggesting that they had the solution for racism, which they didn't. It perpetuated racism and caused shitloads, tens of thousands of small businesses to be burned down all over the United States. Most of them black-owned businesses. Incorrect again, Thomas. Sevon loves the word gobbledygook. Now, listen, I used the word gobbledygook once to express the way Eric Rose's protege, Austin Malioza, speaks. And then the Mayhem crew loved the word. And so they used it like 50 times in their podcast. I've used it fucking less than times than I have fingers. This bullshit from Wad Prep is just crazy. I realize it's 5 years old, but it just makes me realize like nothing's changed. These are people who hear something, make up have no idea what they heard, but before they can realize that they should be asking a question, they just fill in the blanks. Oh, Floyd 19 must mean blah, blah, blah. And everyone else is saying it's racist and bad. And so therefore, I hate Greg. And now that, by the way, that's really what an echo chamber is. People use this term echo chamber to describe a group of people. The real echo chamber is when you say something to someone and they don't understand what you said. And so they fill in the blanks and then respond to themselves. They have no idea, but they've entered a conversation with themselves. Oh, you're really onto something, Thomas. The vaccine wasn't available to the general public until 2021. The Floyd incident was May 2020. Hmm. You're really onto something. Maybe it wasn't the vaccine. Maybe it was just the protocols of lockdowns around COVID that were coming out, like the lockdowns and the shutting down of businesses and restaurants. It's irrelevant, dude. It's irrelevant. Big picture. By the way, Thomas, that's why you and I have such trouble communicating because you never go to big picture. You're like stuck at the 500-foot view at all times. You never go big picture. You never go big picture. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant, Thomas, to the story if I told you I was speeding in a red Ferrari and then later on you find out it was a red Lamborghini. It's completely irrelevant to the story. The point to the story is as I was doing 130 and I had 5 cops chasing me and I got arrested and spent the night in jail. And you're like, "That story's bullshit. He was driving a Lamborghini." Like, "Hey, fuck you, dude." It's not that you don't make stuff up. You don't know how to listen. You just don't know how to listen. Sean Sullivan, those statements you read are straight cultural Marxist statements. When you hear this language, it's a total indictment of our educational system. The minds of the last 2 generations are poisoned. Thomas, your house would be burning down and you would tell the firefighters to stay off your grass. Perfect example. Exactly. Thomas, I'm going to explain it to you one more time. The example's ridiculous. You just said that Floyd 19 was all about making people take the vaccines. Fine. Replace making people take the vaccines with making people shut down their businesses, making people shut down their gyms, giving tickets for people who kept their businesses open while also letting McDonald's and Baskin Robbins stay open. It doesn't matter. It's all the same shit, dude. It's the enforcement of authoritarian law onto the public being advised by some fucking university in Washington that was also giving us advice on how to deal with racism. That's the part you don't understand, Morin. So I'm very excited that I'm happy that Luca is doing this also. I think it's great that Luca's coming on Pedro's podcast. It's going to give closure to the situation, hopefully, or if not closure uh to move the processing of it forward for all the people who went through that horrible event. I think hearing from him is going to allow some sort of evolution, and I don't know if healing's the right word, but in the processing of the event. Mhm. Like I said, Kill Taylor will be hopefully at 10 a.m. We could call Taylor and find out what the status is on that too. Why don't we do that? He's at Affiliate Con with Bryson. Kind of want to know why Taylor went to Affiliate Con. It's kind of cool. Like some adult shit. Get him. 703-974-7158. Taylor a call. Maybe he's listening to a speaker now. What time is it there? It's like 9:48. Thomas, you're all alone, buddy. Everyone else understands.
Hey, this is Taylor. If you could leave your name.
You're all alone, buddy. I'm telling you, I already explained it to you. You're at the 500-foot view. It doesn't matter. No one cares. No one cares if it was forced to take the vaccine or forced to close the business. And I'm not even conceding to you. Maybe it was to force to take the vaccine. But it doesn't matter. It's all the protocols that were around the COVID hoax. You're the only one who doesn't get it, buddy. Shouldn't you be like, oh shit? Oh shit. Hey, dude, you're never going to find a cool chick if you don't figure that out. If you don't figure out how to get to the 5,000-foot view or 50,000-foot view, people are going to hate you. No one wants to be around that. I'm telling you, it's just free advice for you. The particulars in this story don't matter. I'm just helping you out. You're rambling now. No, I'm explaining to you that no one cares because you're missing the point of the story. If I tell you a fire truck came to my house and it was the big engine from the station to put the fire out, and you're like, he's lying, he's lying. It wasn't the big engine. It was the medium size engine. Like, no, like everyone's going to be like, holy fuck, dude, you're derailing the story. Shut the fuck up. The story's about the guy's house burning down. You're lost in the irrelevant shit. It's not uncommon. It doesn't mean you're wrong. I'm still wrong. But it doesn't change anything in the transmission or fidelity of the story. And because you can't get that, it makes you a miserable human to be around. I'm just helping you out, dude. Thomas loves triggering Sevi and the attention he gets from it. Well, I appreciate it also. Helps fill the time on the show. And it's good because he's a good sample of other people who are like, fuck, why doesn't that person understand me? We get to see a real life example in front of us of like, oh, that's the kind of shit they're doing. Thomas is the person when you're like, hey, make sure you turn the lights off when you get off work. They were left on last night. And he said, but would you leave them on all the time? He's that dude. He's that dude. And he's that dude. You're right. You're right, Thomas. The point of the story you made, a ridiculous accusation because you're obsessed with vaccines. No, that part's not right. And I called you on it. That part's right. And you just wanted to make the story better with fake news. Not true. Hey, listen, I'm more than happy. I wish I would have got it correct and talked about it as businesses being shut down rather than people taking the vaccines. I'm glad you called me out on it. Because I think it's fucking disgusting that the first thing around the COVID hoax was forcing small businesses to shut down. That it was insane and collapsed the economy in every single country that is being run by morons. I don't get paid to turn the lights off. Thomas's wife is 40 seconds into giving him a blowjob. And he's like, you said you were going to give me a hand job on Thursdays. You lied to me, while she's fucking sucking his cock. She's like, oh my God, I love this guy. He's so accurate. Nobody. The point is that you're getting your fucking junk fucking rubbed by someone of the opposite sex who God knows how they find you attractive. They're helping you fucking get some stimulation so you can get the poison out. Oh, we know you're not married, dude. Once again, you're the only one who's not in on the joke. We know you're not married. You win. You win. You were right. Actually, I don't even know if you were right. Maybe in this country, man. Hey, man, we had the vaccines first, thanks to Trump. Where's Tank Reeves when you need him? Wasn't Tom Landry the wasn't that the wasn't Tom Landry the ref of the not the ref, the coach of the Dallas Cowboys when I was a kid? Oh boy. Oh boy. By the way, Affiliate Con is a very, very serious event. It is for there will be no shit talking there at these, no complaining at these events. Very passionate people, whatever Rich Froning and Malioza said. 100% serious event. Here's Matt Souza speaking at Affiliate Con from Dense Updates. Here we go. She's always on top of all the shit. Here we go.
You, sir.
All right, teacher Summer Dara Hyper. Do I get a Miriam Fowler or like a Danny Speaker? Do I have a show of my butt rabia?
You need Ryan stabilization.
Wow.
Is that how I do? Is this how I do CrossFit media? That's how you do morning chalk up media. That is how morning chalk up media. That's how you get clients right there. Very good.
Do you know beer? You know beer? Beer and Katie?
Yes, you, sir.
All right, teacher Summer Dara Hyper.
They're doing a a mock practice for Sousa's up. And you never know, there could be someone in the audience with a strong Asian accent. Oh, was that Asian accent, Thomas? I'm sorry. Or is that Indian? I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to mislead. Was that Vietnamese, Chinese, Korean? Whatever accent Thomas says that is, because I don't want to lie or misrepresent. Do you see, Thomas, how ridiculous that would be if I said he's doing a Chinese accent? You're like, no, that's Korean. That's Korean. Do you see how ridiculous that is? Sounds Chinese to Jeff Bako. Like, Thomas, if you want to be cool, you could easily be like, hey, I think it was the shutdowns and not the vaccine. Or be like, hey, you could just be like, you don't have to be a prick about it. You can just be like, hey, you don't have to be a prick about it. And it's not relevant to the story, what you're saying, but there's always some 3-year-old in the audience doing that shit. Actually, the Sasquatch and the Bigfoot are different creatures. The Sasquatch is from Washington State and Bigfoot is from Northern California. And you're using the term Sasquatch and Bigfoot incorrectly. Okay, thank you, sir. Sorry, I don't have my made-up hairy monster geography correct. I'm not mad at you, Thomas. I am not your father. I am not mad at you. I'm quite happy with the engagement and your thoughtfulness that's giving me 20 minutes of content on this show to illuminate. Hallucinate? The fuck letter does that start with? Shed light on the, I wish I knew the word, great word. Shed light on libtardism. Elucidate. Thank you, Jeff. Elucidate the libtardism. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with your participation. Elucidate. There's zero chance Thomas is watching the UFC. Thomas, are you going to watch the UFC? Riddle me this. Are you going to watch the UFC? It starts in 3 minutes. I'm going to hate myself for getting up this early. I'm a few hours away from being like, fuck, why'd I get up at 5 a.m. today? Thomas is from the UK. No on UFC. Thank you. I kind of want to watch that again. Where is it? I kind of want to watch it again. Here.
Do I get a Miriam Fowler or like a...
Hey, I want to say something. If he would have done this bit 2 years ago, we would have been in so much fucking trouble. Like Jason Ackerman and Jorge Fernandez would be getting all sorts of crazy text and email. Do you have these racist guys speaking at your affiliate con? And it would have been crazy. It would have been crazy. And I want to give this team at the Sevon Podcast full credit for just all the walls we've broken down and for just like all the shit that's now just accepted, the crazy shit that we do. Like this would have been crazy. Like I remember 4 or 5 years ago, if I'd be like if Caleb was like, oh, Haley Adams has boobs now, like that would have been crazy. And now you can just say shit like that. Like we can, like everyone just leaves us alone. Like it's just like we've accepted. Like everyone knows our genre. Like it's pointless like to complain about it now. Is Haley Adams pregnant? I hope so. That would be cool. Kids are awesome. But I don't think so. I think she's a virgin. Keeping it real, thanks to you guys, I can say retard again. Thank you, brother. And that's no offense to disabled people. We've taken that word away from you should actually say thank you to us because we've taken that word away from it being a derogatory term for disabled people.
Like a Danny Speaker. Do I have a show of my butt rabia?
You need Ryan stabilization.
It's just crazy. Taylor has no boundaries.
Is that how I do? Is this how I...
How are his quads and his ass so big still, even though he doesn't squat?
CrossFit Mia. That's how you do morning chalk-up media. That is how chalk-up media. That's how you get clients right there. Very good.
Do you know beer? You know beer? Beer and Katie?
Oh, shit. How come Colton's not a rogue athlete? How is Colton not a rogue athlete? It's crazy. Do you think that everyone, like, if you were to do a survey and be like, hey, who has the best voices in CrossFit? Everyone knows it's Taylor Self. Who does the best voices? Teresa, Danny laughs all the way to the bank. Yeah. Probably true. I'm sure she has a lot of close friends also. And none of her relationships are transactional. They're all pure. Colton doesn't ask people to sponsor him. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. That's true. I just think, doesn't he seem like the, like, who are the, like, how, like, doesn't he seem like a perfect fit with Rogue? Like when you think of an American CrossFitter, don't you just immediately think like Scott Panchik and Colton Mertens? Rogue Fitness athlete. Let me see who their athletes are. Let me see if I can get this page to load here. How is he not a rogue athlete? It just seems like it would be a no duh. This page won't load. Is my internet cutting out? How the fuck come this page won't load? It says Ben Smith, Matt Chan, firefighter, Miko Salo, firefighter, Rich Froning, oh, look, they got a shitload. I think all these dudes may have been firefighters. Maybe that's what you have to be, a firefighter. You think they got something against pig farmers? What the fuck is going on? How come? Nothing at the Rogue site will load. What the fuck is going on? Is my internet okay? He doesn't measure up. Oy. Rogue Invitational competitors. None of the Rogue pages will load. What the on here? Thank you, Dents, for sending me that clip. That's amazing. Rogue. Maybe I'll just go to their homepage. I never click sponsored results. You guys click sponsored results? I don't want to give money to Google. Shop, barbell, programs, company, contact, customer service, policies, community. Oh, affiliates, the Rogue Gym, invitational. Oh, Rogue Athletes. Here it is. Okay, let's see who the Rogue Athlete. Rich Froning, Tia Claire, Mitchell the wife beater, Hooper. No, wife beater. What did he do? No, wife cheater. Hathford, joint, whatever. Laura Horvat, the bully, Laura the bully Horvat. Hampton Morris, Justin Medeiros, good old American boy from Stockton. Jason Hopper, champ, down pepper, good dude. Matt Fraser, dickhead. Mary Thiessen Lappin, don't know who. Trans athlete. Annie Thor's daughter, dickhead. Maddie Rogers, vaccine injured. Is Maddie Rogers the one that got vaccine injured twice and is in denial and works out in front of the trans flag and has the zero neutral clothing line? Is that her? I don't remember her being so hot. She looks fucking hot. Jesus criminy. Is Maddie Rogers the one that has all the vaccine issues, like the strokes and the bumps and shit? That her? Oh, yes, that is her. Yeah, I wonder what happens when she grows up and gets red pilled. Emma Lawson doesn't talk. Jeff Adler. Yeah, you can get rid of a couple of these people on here and throw in Colton Mertens. Oh boy, God. Oh boy. Oh, Sam Briggs, Ben Smith, Cole Sager, Dan oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dear Bill and Katie, you guys should ask me before you get people. You guys should check with me. You should check with me. Keep Cole, please. Fine, Cole can stay. Holy shit. Shit. Hey, for people who say that we say shit that's like we say too much, like there's stuff about these people that like everyone knows that no one talks about. I should provoke Dents. I should start making fun of Dents updates for fucking like not for being a pussy and not calling out some of these people. Like there's some crazy fuckery that some of these people have done that's never made it to fucking press. Jeez Louise, look at this dude, Ray Williams. This guy is huge. Who the fuck is this? I never heard of this dude. Ray. He has a record lift. Ray delivered a jaw-dropping 1,069-pound raw squat at the Arnold. What's that mean, raw? No underwear? Like raw dogged it? They have a no underwear division? My goodness. That's crazy. Yeah, no lifting suit, no underwear. No magic underwear. Ha! Send me the info. There was this athlete. I don't know how much I should say. There was this information I got the other day. I really wanted to get out. It's so funny. I like all the people involved. That's what sucks. But it's a great sex fucking scandal from the 2023 games. It's crazy. It's such a good story. It's something at the time we were reporting on the story and we reported on it all wrong. And I should have known something didn't smell right. But it's a great sex scandal. It's crazy. Europeans be fucking. And there's all sorts of fun ones like that. Jessica, someone spell that out for me, like, so I could read that. Jessica, who's hot. I'll do that. I'd be interested in a show on how Sevon Podcast came together, how everyone met and joined the team. Oh, boy. I'd love to know if they know that, too. I don't know how any of that stuff happens. I know how people get kicked off the team. What do you think? So, I think I've met Dents like twice in real life, or maybe 3 times, and I think like I've met like Taylor like 3 or 4 times. I'm trying to think. I think I've met Caleb like 3 or 4 times in like 5 years. I'm trying to think who else. Like, I think I've met Tyler Watkins probably like 4 or 5 times. Like, no one more than 4, except for Sousa. Sousa, like, I see, like, I don't know, 10 times a year, 12 times a year or some shit, because he lives close to me. But the other people, I don't see very often, like, in real life. And when I first started doing the show, I thought it would be weird to see them in real life. And what's even weirder than seeing them in real life is how not weird it is. And so, like, every day after Crash, we would all mosey back over to the house, and then we all just kind of sit around like on couches, on the floor, in the kitchen, and people are just like, someone will make a shitload of steak and there'll just be shitloads of fruit out. And then I drink like 10 sparkling waters and there's like 10 of us in the room and we just sit there and we talk. And the conversation goes everywhere we'll talk about anything, from the Bible to you name it, to who has the biggest tits in CrossFit, to who we think has the biggest dick, back to what was Jesus' greatest contribution to humanity. I mean, it's just, and we sit there for like 3 hours and everyone's just kind of like licking their wounds because they're so tired. And then Jenny and Brad Asraf just have their computers open and they're working. They're in the room, but they're just working. And it always trips me out because there's always like one person who doesn't participate and they go off and do something else. And that trips me out. I'm like, man, we get so little time together. You'd think that like when we get together, we would all want to, even if you don't want to hang out, even if you're like hate like that, like being forced in that situation like me, I still hang out and I end up having a lot of fun and stay up way too late. But there's always like one or two people who like does something else, like goes out with the athletes or some shit. It's so weird to me. Pedro seems insufferable, hard to understand how he fits in. Are you kidding me? I don't even see how you would see that. He brings and leaves my gas tank on empty. Pedro brings like levity to every situation. Like if we were all hanging out in there and there was a home invasion and someone came in there with a gun, probably Bill Grunler would beat their ass. But if Bill didn't beat their ass, then Pedro would just be cracking jokes the whole time. Pedro is amazing. Yeah, nothing's the good thing. Like nothing's heavy around Pedro. You know what I mean? You know how there's some people who judge. Oh shit, the UFC started. You know how like someone can just make things feel light, not heavy. That's Pedro. Just makes things light. What was that hot chick's name who asked how the show started? What's her name? Jessica the Bash? Jessica the Hottie? Mandy? What's that chick's name? That hot chick. Fuck, I lost her. Oh, Dadamash. That's her name? Dadamash? Dadamash? You think that's her last name? That hot chick's last name? Dadamash? Pronunciation from Judy Reed. I hope I have ESPN on this team. Can you imagine starting the UFC at 7 a.m.? That's how rich they are in the UAE. They can just be like, hey, you guys in America will watch our shit at 7 a.m. Yeah, we're live. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to respond to Jeremy. No, Jeremy, I don't want to do a live watch party. Basically, I'll tell you the very origins of the podcast. I used to do a podcast over at CrossFit called the CrossFit Podcast. And then I got fired from CrossFit as soon as COVID was over and they lifted the restrictions that they could. Greg sold the company and try to say this without getting fucking irritated. And the DEI crew came in and I think there was something in the state of California. Thomas will fact check this for you, but I don't think they could fire people during COVID in California or something. And the day they lifted those restrictions, a bunch of us were let go. Me and my wife were let go. And so they fired me and I was like, all right, fuck it. And I came home. Well, I was at the skate park when they called and told me I was fired. And I came home and I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to focus on my kids and I'm done. I'm like, just going to become a recluse. I took off my pants and for 6 months, I just hung out with my kids. And then I think Souza and my wife and Dave had all basically And I barely knew Sousa then. Maybe I had met him once, but he had called me a few times telling me, "Hey, do you want to do a podcast? Do you want to do a podcast?" And he came to my house one day, which was weird, and we did a podcast together for his channel. And then afterwards, he said, "Hey, what would it take for you to do a podcast?" And I said, "Hey, if someone would pay me $300,000 a year starting, I'll do a podcast. Other than that, I ain't fucking doing it." And he said, "Okay, that sounds reasonable. Let's start a podcast and we'll start working towards those goals." I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And I told him no. And then my wife said, "Hey, don't you think it's a little bit inconsistent in how you perceive the world by saying no to him?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And she's like, "Well, you say that the world is always conspiring to support you. And they sent this guy out from Livermore, this young fucking kid who works his fucking ass off. Sousa's the workhorse of all workhorses. Um, and which is crazy for me to say because I think I'm like the ultimate workhorse, but now I'm surrounded by like 6 dudes who outwork me, which is just fucking crazy. And she goes, "And he wants to do a podcast with you, and you're not doing it." And in the meantime, Dave's also telling me, "Hey, you should start a podcast and I'll be your first guest to help you get going," which was crazy at the time for Dave to say that because like I was total, as Tommy Marquez says, persona non grata. Like I was like hated and I was toxic. So then I called Sousa back. I'm like, "All right, let's start a podcast." So we started a podcast and that was it. And I just started dipped into the Rolodex and started doing podcasts. And then Dave told me like, "Hey, stop being a pussy and go live." Do you guys remember that when the shows weren't live? That's crazy, isn't it? Did Annie Lennox, the Base Show, Jake Chapman, while the rest of the world's asleep, while America is asleep, Jake is podcasting. I think if Jake spoke twice as fast, he'd have twice as many listeners. Very articulate, very good looking, tons of great topics. You can listen to him at 2.0 speed and still understand him, even though he doesn't speak English. He speaks United Kingdom. Great show, middle of the night. He says, "Did Annie Lennox lend you her 1987 wardrobe?" How come no one's done the Elmer Fudd? No one said I look like Elmer Fudd. Do I have to put the hat on? Maybe tomorrow I'll wear the hat, the wool hat. It's going to have to be cold. If I put that wool hat on, I'll start sweating. Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. I think I was on the phone with, I think I was texting with Fraser just out of the blue one day. Fraser had seen something that I said on Instagram. I told someone to go fuck themselves, or, "Hey, how about someone said something to me and I'm like, 'Hey, I left my car keys on your mom's dresser.' I made a your mama joke." And he texted me and we started texting and he said, "Hey, I want to be free like that too," or something. "I want to be able to say whatever I can say. I'm just tired of fucking being like, not being able to just let loose." And I said, "Let's do it. Let's do a podcast and just let loose." He said, "Okay." And I'm like, "Are you friends with Josh Bridges?" He goes, "Yeah, totally." I'm like, "Let's do him too." And I thought I could do the podcast while I drive my kids around in a car. So we did our first podcast and I was just driving around, but my connection was horrible. So we turned it into a podcast, did 20 episodes. It was great. It was awesome. It was a little weird. I think Matt was used to people asking him shitloads of questions. So his communication skills were a little wonky. I mean, he was great at answering questions, but like he couldn't just shoot the shit. You know what I mean? You know how like the boys interrupted, just shoot the shit. And so it was explained to me by someone else that, hey, the reason why it's a little weird sometimes with Matt is because for the last 5 years, all he's had to do is field questions. So his conversational skills maybe eroded a little bit, or he's not used to just conversing and probably trying to be politically correct. So, but we got 20 episodes and, it was a little tough because I had to navigate that political correctness that he wanted to stay in. But I think if he would have kept going and let loose, it could have been great. I think it could have been fucking awesome. And of course, all of the and Josh had rules too. They had rules, and I get it. It's like I'm not stupid. I know, like you know, like I just tried to play within their rules, but then all of a sudden Matt went dark on me, and I don't know if someone got in his ear. Or he didn't want to be that free, and so he split. And Josh and I still did it for a while, and something in the last year or two went sideways with me and Josh. I don't know. I don't know if it's that he doesn't like Hiller, or I don't know what. I don't know what happened. I mean, I would say I'm still friends with Josh, like, but he belongs over there at lab management and stuff, and we ass pound those guys. They're just in a different. They're in a different world. They're like they have different boundaries than I do, and so that stopped working. And that show, I don't know. I would have to go back and listen to that show. So no, it was before Josh got married. He got married. It was before he got married. It's scary. It's scary being. It can be scary for some people at first, like to step out into the free world. It could be scary. Speaking of scary, Jake Lockhart bought me a book. Learn the Bible, reading it. This book 15 minutes a day for 30 days, and you'll know the Bible. And I started it yesterday. I read like 45 minutes of it. It's crazy because the book opens up with God created like the world, like let there be light and shit. And then he created Adam and Eve. And they were like chilling in this garden, having fun, like the garden at my house. And then they don't use the word Satan. I think they say the devil. And then the devil got them to eat fruit, eat a banana or something, and that caused them to get fucked up, and like they left the garden. They didn't rely on God. They started relying on their own means and their own free will. But the book never says like where. So I text my sister right away. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did the devil show up? It was just like God created the earth and Adam and Eve, and then all of a sudden there's this devil character. I'm like, how the fuck did he get in there? Where the fuck did this dude come from? Like, it's just kind of weird. But anyway, I got hung up on that a second. I was like, how did it go from he created the earth and Adam and Eve, and they're having fun, and then the devil convinces them to eat a banana, and that causes them to like think that they can do their own shit without God or something. But I just got focused on how come it doesn't say where that dude came from. How come it doesn't say and God created the devil also, and he was hanging out in the garden? I don't know. Maybe I need to read the full book. Thomas, the devil was always just there. Much easier to explain that way, I guess. The devil has no backstory. Oh yeah, God cast him out of heaven. Yeah, someone told me that too. Someone said that I guess the devil used to be God's like teacher's pet, and then he did something fucked up to God, and so he got kicked out. But like God shouldn't have, when he kicked them out, he shouldn't have put them down there with Adam and Eve. He kind of set them up for failure. The devil was a spirit in heaven that got cast down. Vindicate, a banana. You got the rainbow version. Listen, that was supposed to be, I said banana. I was hoping Thomas would bite and be like, no, it's an apple. You're lying again. It's an apple. You really fucked that up, Travis. That was supposed to be, that was bait for Thomas. And then I could be like, dude, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so then Adam and Eve leave the garden, and they're just cruising around, just doing their own shit. And God's kind of pissed at them, I think. They're just doing their own shit, and they're hanging with this other character, the devil. And then I guess there were no good people left on Earth. And they were fucking, and people were fucking, and just there were like shitloads of people being made. And then it gets to this part where God's like, damn, there's only 8 people who are cool on the planet, and everyone else is a D-bag. So, and the dude's name was Noah, and the other 7 people, I guess, were like his wife and his kids and shit. So then God gives them a boat, and he causes a flood, and everyone dies in this flood, which is crazy. Do you ever have those dreams where like there's a flood or a tidal wave where you're at? Do people have those who don't live on the West Coast? Those dreams are so scary. Those dreams are so scary. When I lived in Santa Barbara, I used to have those dreams all the time. So fucking scary. Yeah, everyone got on this boat. Everyone gets on this boat, and then when the flood's over, Noah starts repopulating the planet with his family. And then it gets into this pretty crazy like genealogy. Is that what it's called? What's genealogy mean? Genealogy. What's the definition? Genealogy is the study of family history. Yeah, it gets into this like it starts this book starts building out this crazy family tree of all these dudes like Jacobs and Abrahams, and so had 12 sons, and they all got this and that. It gets crazy. But I guess this new family that Noah, oh, now I remember. This new family that Noah then starts breeding, God tells them like, hey, after you make this giant family and there's enough of you, you guys have to start spreading all over the earth and like live all over the earth. But I guess the people didn't want to separate, so they all stayed together. And God got pissed at them for staying together, so he gave them all different languages so that they couldn't talk to each other. And so that forced them then to spread out. That was the catalyst of them spreading out. That's kind of crazy, right? There's like a family of 9, then it's 10,000, and you're all in one tribe together. And God's like, hey, you guys got to spread out a little bit, spread out. And then when you don't spread out, like in jiu-jitsu, when the kids don't spread out, the teacher will be like, hey, do 20 burpees. But God's like, no, I'm giving you a shitload of different languages. And so they got a bunch of different languages, and that scattered everyone all over the fucking place. I guess that was the catalyst for people spreading out. And then more Jacobs and Abrahams and Isaacs and shit. Yeah, and I was listening to it while I had just finished working out, and I was sitting in the sun watching my kids play tennis and listening to it, and I must have fallen asleep like 20 times. And so I kept having to rewind it. And then I kept getting interrupted with phone calls. But it's anyway, I'm learning the history. I think that but basically you know that you remember that story, the Hatfields and the McCoys? That's what it sounds like the Bible is, but then there's this other dude in outer space who's just like totally fucking shit up too. And that's God. Like he does shit like it basically is the Hatfield and McCoys. It just sounds like it's a bunch like we were just tribes that just kept breaking up and fighting with each other. And every story ends with, and those people didn't listen to God. Like there were these people who were supposed to go somewhere and they didn't listen to God, so then they got like stuck out in a desert and shit. Was that like Exodus? And it's just like not listening to God and just families breaking up. That's basically that's as far as I've gotten. Just a bunch of families that don't get along and break up and brothers fighting. Yeah, the Austin McCoy and the Hatfields. Yeah, it's like that. Just families that just keep breaking up and fighting with each other. Kyle Hammerman. Kyle Hammers. Wow, is that really your last name? You have just like 4 smoking hot sisters. Please tell me you have a sister named like Lucy Hammers. Holy shit. Hammers. I'm impressed with your recollection of the narrative. Thank you. I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on in the story. I'll probably rewind it like 5 minutes. The book is broken down into, it's really weird. When the book starts, this guy, Max Anders, the author, is like, hey, there's a history part of the Bible, there's a poetry part of the Bible, and then there's I don't remember the third part. It's funny that I don't remember the third part, because when it said what the third part was, I was thinking to myself, Jesus, Jake Lockhart, the guy who's nice enough to get me the book, I'm like, this is the only part I'm really, really interested in. And I haven't gotten to any of that shit yet. I think it's like the wisdom part or how to get to heaven part. Chris, Hinshaw on in 30 minutes on Wad Prep. Maybe we'll find out why he thought he could recover in the water. Oh. Wad Prep. Oh, is that the douchebag from 5 years ago that was taking fucking woke tard shots at Greg? Ben. Yeah, the president's here. Hello, Mr. President. Why are you up so early? Why are you up so early?
Because I woke up early.
Hey, why are people so upset with you for oh, can you throw that over the Dents, do you know what the president just found on the couch? Put that mic closer to your mouth. The green monster was sitting on the couch from Wadapalooza.
The dildo.
Oh, please. You don't know what a dildo is. Quiet.
What Taylor was doing, I'm putting it on his head.
Yeah. Let's talk about
Russia. But Russia did that.
Let's talk about something else.
He needed hair.
Let's talk about something else, please.
You're welcome. Okay.
The green monster was sitting on the couch. Oh my God, that chick is so bloody.
That's why I come to every single fight.
To see the blood?
Yeah.
So you're building a new ballroom at the White House.
Yes, I am.
And I heard you're paying for it yourself, $250 million out of your own pocket.
I know. Incredible, right?
Yeah, where did you get that $250 million at?
Working hard.
All right. And some people say that you're damaging the facade of the East Wing is sacrilege.
Fake news. It's fake news.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Do you find it pretty stereotypical that Barack Obama built a basketball court at the White House and spent $400 million of the tax money while you're paying for the $250 million renovation for a ballroom with your own money? Did you understand anything I said, Mr. President?
No.
Oh, my. I'm going to take a comment from Sabbath Essentials, sabbathessentials.com. By the way, Mrs. Burns, I'm going to tell you something. I think you might have been the most attractive person I saw at the event. Man, you have a beautiful face. Your skin is crazy. This morning, the nurse working next to me said she deleted her Kindle or something because they support ICE and Trump. I said, me too, sipped my coffee and walked away. Good start to a long shift. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, $450 million, Barack Obama. Do you know who Barack Obama is, Mr. President?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell me who he is? I don't mean to question your intelligence, but for some reason, I think maybe you don't know who he is.
He's the worst president. No, the second worst president of the United States. It goes Biden, Barack Obama, then Kamala. Kamala's never going to become president, but let's just add her in there, and then it's Kamala.
Okay, all right. I like it.
Actually, let's switch Kamala and Barack Obama around.
All right. Hey, Mrs. Burns, and that's tough to be the most beautiful woman there with great skin because the Judys had good skin too. Mr. Burns had great skin too. A little pale, a little white. It looks like he needs a little more time in the sun. But okay. And I heard that currently when Mr. President, are you watching the fights or listening to me or both?
Both.
Okay. I heard currently that when dignitaries and other presidents come to the White House for big events, that they would have to use porta potties because they would be having their big dinners out on the White House lawn. Was that embarrassing for you that like the Macron would have to use a porta potty?
No,
President of
but
France?
Biden had to do that.
Oh, I thought Biden wore a diaper.
He did both.
Oh, okay. He would go into the porta potties and change his diaper
Yes. And poo.
and poo. And poo. He would poo in his diaper or in the porta potty.
In the porta potty.
Right.
Porta potty.
Right.
Because his diaper, right before that, he already pooed in his diaper.
How much, Mr. President, you seem like you're very biased, and your parents have influenced you quite a bit in your political leanings. How many of these thoughts are your own, or have you been brainwashed by your ultra conservative scumbag dad?
Lots of time.
Lots of times, what?
Getting whatever you just said.
Influence? You were influenced by your father?
Sometimes.
Hmm.
But he's not here anymore. He's not on this planet.
All right.
He's with God.
Oh, your dad is?
Yes.
Okay. Is he with Charlie Kirk too? Is Charlie Kirk and your dad hanging out together?
I guess so.
All right. All right.
After the last years, your show has been getting pretty good.
It has.
Yes.
Is that because of you? Because you've been coming on now?
I don't know.
You think you contribute, you add value to the show?
Hell no. I'm just here to make fun of you and tell I'm just here to make fun of you and tell you how great this show is. Like how your mustache never grows.
I shave it. Oh, what do you think about my vest? And I've kind of upped my apparel game.
Yeah, a little bit. Now you look like Tom Cruise.
Thank you. You're gonna have a UFC event on the White House lawn. Are you pretty excited about that?
Yes.
You think Conor McGregor is gonna fight on the lawn?
Oh no.
Did you know Conor McGregor? I saw in a press conference the other day. He's been saved. He found Jesus.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he smoking?
I don't think he's smoking anymore. I
What
think
division is he in?
155 pounds.
Taporia?
Yes, sir.
I want Taporia and him to fight. I want the two-time world champions to fight in the same division.
I like that. Jeff Bako, the renovations under Obama did take place. A 4-year, $376 million White House renovation project began during his presidency. Congress approved the funding in 2008 following a report by the administration of then President George W. Bush, and the renovations aimed to upgrade the building's aging infrastructure. It's misleading to suggest Obama personally spent $370 million on the White House renovations. No one said it was personally. We were saying it was Trump who personally spent $250 million. As some Post claims, as Congress approved the project funding during the Bush's time in office. I saw one of your buddies donated $130 million to pay government employees while the government is shut down. Is that accurate?
I see why not.
All right.
And I'm getting so old that I'm forgetting my countries.
Oh. Do you know the difference between Armenia and Albania?
Hell no.
Oh, yeah, right. I don't blame you to that. I don't blame you for that. What do you have on your schedule today, President?
I'm gonna. I'm gonna.
Do you want me to get you an orange wig?
Sure, I'd like that.
Okay. Trump wig for. Let me go to Am. Go ahead. I'm gonna order you a Trump wig. You need a Trump wig.
I would like. I'm doing jiu-jitsu 9 to 10.
Wow. It's
Yes.
Saturday. You don't take Saturdays off from jiu-jitsu?
No.
Okay.
And then the rest of the day is just free. I'm gonna sit on the couch with my coach and eat pizza and watch the fight.
The fuck you are, if I may use some crass words.
Well, maybe not on the couch, but on the table, that's for sure.
What makes you think you're getting pizza?
Every Saturday I get pizza when the fights are.
No shit.
Well, unless it's a big fight. If it's not a big fight, screw pizza. Steak.
Oh, steak for the little fights.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I'm ordering you a Trump wig. Should I order you this drone too?
Sure.
You think how old are you?
81.
All right. Okay. Oh shit! I hear the garage door opening. Is mom working out?
Oh, it's for so when my coaches come in, they can.
But they don't come till 9 a.m.
I know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Why are you looking at me like that? Are you pissed?
A little bit.
I want to upset the president. You want to see something funny?
Sure.
Want to see Matt Souza practicing his up this morning?
I don't know what that is, but okay, why not?
You know who Matt Souza is? Can you see my screen over here? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, you tell me what you think about this. Is a practice for Matt's up at Affiliate Con today. Tickets still available.
You, sir.
All right, teacher Summer Derek Hyper. Do I get a Miriam Fowler or like a Danny Speaker? Do I have a show of my butt rabia?
You need Ryan stabilization.
You guys better not do that. I swear to fucking God, you guys better not do that. That shit is fucktarded. Okay.
Is this how I do CrossFit media? That's how you do morning chalk up media. That is how morning chalk up media. That's how you get clients right there. Very good.
Do you know beer? You know beer? Beer and Katie?
Yes, you, sir.
All right, teacher.
Oh, goodness.
Taylor, that was so inappropriate. I might call the FBI.
Thank you.
I might call the FBI. I did not like that. It was funny, but I also did not like that.
What didn't you like about it? Isn't funny good?
Yes, but sometimes it can be inappropriate for 81-year-olds.
Okay. Oh, which part in particular was inappropriate? The making
He
fun
pulled
of?
up his pants
Oh, okay.
and making fun of it. Actually, no, that was funny.
Oh, what accent was he doing? Do you know what accent he was doing?
I think the crocodile one, where it was like,
You think he was making fun of Australians? You want me to help you out? I can make it multiple choice. Mr. President, are you having a senior moment?
honking, mate.
Oh, wow. You think, okay, I'll give you. Was he doing a black guy, a Mexican guy, a Chinese guy, or an Armenian guy? Would you like to hear it again?
Yes,
Okay, here we go. Do you remember your choices?
a little bit.
Black, Mexican, Chinese, or Armenian? Okay, here you go. Here you go.
Teacher Summer Derek Hyper. Do I get a Miriam Fowler or like a Danny Speaker? Do I have a show of my butt rabia?
Mexican,
Yes.
Chinese.
No, you got it right. Mexican. Very
I did.
good. Yeah, very good. Yep. It's a Mexican guy. You got it. All right. I think I have to get you out of the house more. All right, Mr. President. I think that we're going to wrap up the show. Is there any, we have a massive audience, millions watching right now. Is there any message you would like to send to them before we adjourn to the Oval
Two
Office?
things.
Okay, sorry, go.
First one, CNN is fake news.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Second one,
Mhm.
if you don't vote for me, you're going to hell once the Democrats become president again. Third one, I just added it. God bless America.
Oh, that's good. God bless America. Oh, well, let's do one more thing. Let's try to call Taylor. Let's try to call Taylor and find out when Kill Taylor is on.
No,
today.
not Kill Taylor. We call him Bald Russia. Bald
Okay.
Russia.
Okay, you can talk to him if you want. Mr. President, you talk to him. So ask the.
Okay, I.
Go ahead.
What the hell is wrong with you, Bald Russia? That's on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Oh, wait. Hold on. You're breaking up. Jesus Christ, I always fucked a bit up. Hold on. Sorry, Mr. President. Hold on. Let me reconnect them. We got a little issue here. Okay, go ahead, Mr. President. I have Taylor Self on the line.
Bald Russia, what the hell is wrong with you? That was on Instagram.
What was on Instagram?
The butt thing. The making
Why are
fun
you
of
looking at my butt, Mr. President?
the butt thing where you pull out your pants and it looked like a girl's bottom when they're going to swim.
I was trying to get a Miriam follower. I don't even know if I'm connected. Can you guys hear me at all?
We can hear you fine, Bald Russia. That was out of my league. Way out of my league.
Oh, we're doing a podcast?
Yes.
Oh, when?
Hey, what time you want to do?
Whenever.
I just have one thing at the second spot, and then I'm free the rest of the day.
Okay, in the afternoon.
Oh, is that my
Sousa.
favorite? Is that my favorite Jew you're talking to?
Hey, that's,
Sousa.
yeah, that's it. You know, he said is that his favorite? Is that someone's favorite Jew?
Sousa.
It is your
Sousa.
favorite Jew.
Let me know if you know.
Sousa. Sousa. Wait,
alright.
I need to speak to Sousa.
Sousa, the president's calling.
Ask Sousa when Kill Taylor's on, please.
It's on at 10 a.m. your guys' time.
Okay,
We're location scouting, Mr. President.
what the hell is wrong with you? You picked the man who's gonna be so inappropriate.
Yes, he promised he'd be on his best behavior for the show, Mr. President.
That was not his
My
best
butt cheeks
behavior.
won't come
That
out
was
again.
not his best behavior.
Agreed. It was not his finest moment, but it was for.
I'm gonna call you shaved ass for now because you made a bad choice.
Okay, that's a simple butt.
That's simple butt.
Okay, Taylor,
Oh my goodness.
Taylor, that's the nickname for everybody, you know. Stop trying to be funny.
Okay, I did.
Stop.
Love you, buddy. Miss you. Hope you guys are doing good.
All right.
All right, see you guys at 10 a.m. Kill Taylor. Thank you.
All right, see ya. Bye.
All right, Mr. President, you have jiu-jitsu at 9 a.m. You said, will you be done by 10 to watch Kill Taylor?
To watch it?
Yeah.
Or to go on it?
No, definitely not go on it. That show's not appropriate for an 81-year-old like yourself.
To watch it?
Yeah, to watch it.
I'll be watching the fights.
Oh, fights over Kill Taylor?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for your honesty. All right,
God bless
everyone.
America and bye-bye.